Hello. Hey, Dandy. No mukbang tonight. Hey, Killface. Halftime show. Fair enough. Hey, Butterfly. Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to watch an entire stadium singing along to how much Drake sucks? Watch the Sports Ball Spectacular. Pass. Hey, Vanna. I've never been interested in football. Like I watched a little bit of I watched a little bit of baseball when I was a kid. I watched a little bit of hockey when I was a kid. Football, I never cared. Played NBA Jam when I was a kid. I never watched basketball, but I did play NBA Jam. But football, nothing. NBA Jam on SNES was way good. Oh yeah, yeah. NBA Jam on the Super Nintendo was yeah one of the all-time great sports games. Like one of the greatest sports video games of all time. Hey, Comic Book. Yeah, regardless, football I never gave a shit about. Last time I watched baseball was right around the time that the Blue Jays won their back-to-back pennants. When the hell was that? Because I mean that was 30 years ago. Yeah, that was 92, 93. So yeah, which is what I thought. It's pretty sure that it sounded about right to me. So yeah, I haven't watched baseball in 30 years. But football, never watched football. So how is everyone doing? Dreading Valentine's Day. Mm. So, so I'm just like just seeing if there's anything interesting on Twitter. Apparently, Samuel L. Jackson dressed up as Uncle Sam to introduce Kendrick Lamar's halftime show. Drake just cannot stop losing. No white people doing the halftime show, all black, which is cool. I just find it hilarious. Like, Drake picked this fight. Like, Drake was the one who started this fight. He called out Lamar, like, hey, let's beef. He just cannot stop losing. It has been the most one-sided rap beef ever. Because Kendrick is just it just keeps killing him. You know, like Tupac and Biggie had a huge beef, but each of them only died once. Drake just keeps getting murdered. Oh, it's Kendrick Lamar is on a quest to bring about world peace by uniting everyone uh, over the timeless value of fuck Drake. You know, I don't even care about rap. Like, I don't even care about rap, and I'm endlessly amused at how this keeps developing. So, all black people doing the halftime show. I'm surprised Trump hasn't sent out an executive order to have it shut down for DEI violations. Anyway, comic book. Do you have any? Do you have any single friends comic book that you can hang out with on Friday? Like, 'cause if you've got friends to hang out with, then you can just do Palentine's Day instead of Valentine's Day. No, fair enough. Well, I will come live on Valentine's Day. I'm not getting laid either, so I'll come live so you can spend at least a couple hours of it with me. Late at night when all the celebrations are already over anyway. Oh, I took a photo of my bookcase with all my books on it. Not a particularly good view of it, but yeah, hard to see it on the camera. Hard to, yeah. There actually are a couple more books that I might need to add to it, though. It's already pretty full. The only way for me to add books to it would be adding it to shelves that I have my comics, graphic novels on, and I don't know. So I gave Leonardo DiCaprio the N-word hard pass, and Electric Blue is very said instead of Django Unchained. I mean, yeah, I would be as well. I would be very hesitant to say it as well. Hey, Hobo, I am not watching the Super Bowl. Isn't that over 5 minutes yet? That's weird, Dandy. Samuel Jackson begged him. Was it like that he needed to say it like on camera, or just like between takes, and they're like, "Come on, man, say it." It's for the movie. Okay. Tarantino's obsessed with the R word. The N word. He is. It's like, honestly, Adrian, anytime I watch Pulp Fiction, it's been a while since I watched it, but anytime I watch it, when I get to the bit where Quentin Tarantino's character, when he says the N word, I'm like, dude, No. Hey, Northern Lights. That N-word storage, exactly, yeah. Watching my boy insult Drake in front of God and everybody. Yeah. Yeah, Jordan. I was talking earlier about how the fact that Drake just keeps losing. That Kendrick seems to be trying to bring about world peace by uniting the world around the timeless value of fuck Drake. But yeah, Quentin Tarantino's obsession with the N word is deeply fucking uncomfortable. Me when I see Quentin anyway, you know. He was smooth. Yeah. And apparently introduced by Samuel L. Jackson, I saw, which is why we're talking about the N word. That's Yeah, introduced by Samuel L. Jackson, I saw as well, because Drake just cannot stop losing. Yeah, Tarantino's N-word obsession weirds me out. Um, the other thing is, while Uma Thurman may have forgiven him, I will never forgive Quentin Tarantino for damn near killing Uma Thurman. He pushed her into doing a dangerous stunt. Yeah, there was was it Kill Bill Volume 2? I want to say it was Kill Bill Volume 2. Brandon Lee was a tragic accident. Like, that was just, that's one of those things where it's really hard to say where it was anyone's fault. It was just a tragic accident. And yeah, thanks, Skillface. Yeah, Kill Bill. Yeah, there was a car stunt, and Uma Thurman's stunt double wasn't on set. I think was recovering from her own injury. I think Uma Thurman's stunt double was like had her own injury that she was still recovering from. She was close. Yeah, it was she was going to be back in a few days, but she wasn't. She wasn't back yet. Tarantino didn't want to wait, so he pressured Uma Thurman into doing the stunt, despite her being like really uncomfortable. Uma Thurman's a babe. Yep. Yeah, like she was not comfortable doing it. She did not want to do the stunt. But Tarantino kept pushing her and pushing her and pushing her, and she finally agreed. And she has chronic pain to this day. She was hurt pretty badly. She still suffers chronic pain as a result of the injury that she suffered from that stunt. If Tarantino had just waited a few days, then the stunt double would have been able to do it, because that's what the stunt double's job is. Thurman has since forgiven Tarantino. Like, she was mad at him for a while. It did really damage their friendship for a long time. Yeah, for a good few years, there was a lot of tension between them. She did eventually forgive him, but I won't. Oh, it's her neck and knees, not her back. Her neck and her knees. Hey, gas station sushi. But yeah, she sustained injuries to her neck and knees. Permanent injuries. They got so much pressure on. They got so much pressure on Mahomes. He's gonna turn into a diamond. Look the plush in the back. It's Cove. It's our boy Cove from the visual novel Our Life, Beginnings and Always. It is looking like next year for the. It is going to be 2026 that the next Our Life game comes out. Hey, Color Purple. Or I should say probably 2026. It's going to depend on the results of a poll. Kansas City is playing a huge steaming pile of hot shawarma. They sent out a poll to people who backed it on Kickstarter, asking whether to release it all at once, or whether to release it episodically. So we'll see how the poll goes. I have too many plushies. I need help. No such thing, Sushi. I mean, I kind of want more plushies myself, personally. Currently, I have two plushies. I've got this one, and I've got a stuffed seal that I sleep with. Go on SJM's next panel. Pass. The absolute content. Because I'd probably be calling it. Because I'd probably be throwing out a lot of insults. Like, I'd be probably talking a lot of shit about the other people on the panel. They'd say something, I'd be like, that's fucking stupid. It's a stupid thing to say. SJM said he has N-word pass. And I would absolutely call him out for that. He versus Yaya would be hilarious. So yes, me doing one of those panels would be it would be great content because it would be an absolute shit show. People do love watching a good shit show. But that is also why I would not want to do one of those panels. If FFG paid you a couple $1,000 to stream with her, pass. I think you'd have the interest or patience, but it'd be hilarious. Yeah, I would not. And yeah, as far as like a couple $1,000 or no. No, I mean she's made a career out of talking shit about my best friend. I don't fucking care how much she pays me. I'm not dealing with that shit. Thanks, Vanna. Thanks, Sushi. Yeah. I don't need her to pay me $2,000 to call her a vile bitch. I'll call her a vile bitch right now for free. She's Jewish. I mean, that doesn't matter. Like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why her being Jewish would be. No, I'm not going to call her a slur. Butter your baguette and pay your tax. I owe money from taxes. I didn't do my taxes last year. Do I butter my biscuit? I don't actually eat biscuits. Also, I don't normally eat stuff that gets buttered, so I don't have butter. I had neither butter nor biscuits. Paid out nearly $4,000 in taxes this year. Yeesh. Yeah, I should probably do my taxes this year. Yeah. Interest savings accounts can bite you in the ass of taxes. I can believe it. Most likely get a refund. If I do, it'll be a small one. I don't really care that much about about that. Ankle buck. You guys see, it goes a long way. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's the trash, especially California. Moving to Canada. On the side. Hey, Buttercup. We're roommates now. Someone let me know if the Chiefs score ever. Your lunch break is up. Taylor Swift is sad. Let's watch it together. Taylor Swift is also a billionaire. I honestly don't give a shit if she's sad. Like, I couldn't care less if Taylor Swift is sad about anything. She has way too much money for me to care about her feelings. Anyone can sing her songs. I mean, sure, but I mean, she's absolutely talented. Yeah. She writes songs. She writes and sings songs that connect with people. That does take talent. So I'm not gonna say that she's shitty, but the Swift or Wet Jets are making her money. So apparently the Super Bowl has some new score bug thing, and I guess people are mad about it. And like, I'm starting to wonder if I'm crazy because I don't see what the problem is with it. Like maybe I just don't watch enough sports to understand the issue, but like it seems totally fine to me. Like genuinely, like am I crazy in thinking it's completely fine? Like I don't that looks like Madden. Like I just honestly don't see the issue one-sided game. Like people are like, "Oh, that's so ugly. Oh, square bug is so ugly." And like, but it's it shows the score. Like, yeah, like I don't know. I'm watching live. It's fine. Yeah, it's just I honestly don't see. Drew, look at me. I fake a smile so he won't see. Or Drew looks at me. I fake a smile so he won't see. Is that like that Taylor Swift lyrics or something, Vanna? I bet she's beautiful. That girl he talks about. She was better when she came out. Taylor Swift is gay? Kidding. Although that would, yeah, that might add a little bit of freshness to her music. You know, just like yeah, she could go. You know, might do her some good to go through a gay phase. You know, get some fresh content for her music. Something a bit new to sing about. You know, just you know, she can sing about lesbian breakups. Go and tell your friends that I'm obsessive and crazy. That's fine. I'll tell mine you're gay. Should change that lyric. I can understand why. Because I mean, it's one of those things where like you know, I'm gonna tell my friends you're gay. Ha 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 ha. It's funny. The idea that you're gay is so hilarious. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, why would that be funny? Why would that be an insult to him? So I can understand why she would change that lyric. I mean, the Pogs did the same thing with Fairy Tale of New York. They changed your cheap, lousy F slur to you're cheap and you're haggard. It's fine. I'll tell mine you're straight. I mean, I'll tell mine you're lousy and bad, but I suppose that probably wouldn't really fit the tempo. Yeah, it wouldn't fit the meter. I'll tell mine you're bad and bad wouldn't quite fit the meter quite right. I'm guessing. Can we watch Lady Gaga's performance? Pass. Nothing against Lady Gaga. She's just not my thing. And also, man, would that ever be a good way of getting my stream taken down? Lame could fit for better activities. Um, Lame is another term that people are, that there is a growing push against. Lame is a term that does have distinctive ableist connotations. So there is a bit of an effort to push against that word as well. I mean, limp. I'll tell I'll tell mine you're limp would work. Yeah. Limp would probably be the way to go. Single syllable, so it doesn't throw off the meter. And, you know, a lot of guys do get anxious about that sort of thing. Though, But once again, there are people who think that, that it's inappropriate to make fun of people just for that. Chiefs are getting spanked. Lady Gaga kissed the lady protester on the mouth. He told Gaga she was going to hell, and Gaga kissed her. Said, "Now you're going with me." All right, that's actually, on the one hand, that is sexual assault. On the other hand, it's kind of funny. Anyway, all the most interesting people are in hell anyway. Like, anyone who made it to heaven is bound to be super fucking boring, you know? I think another touchdown. Isn't there a thing in horse racing where if they've been the worst one, you can win more if they win? Does football have that? Well, yeah, I mean, like, odds. I mean, football is the same. Like any sport, any sort of betting, uh, like any kind of betting, the less likely a result is, the more you'll win if that result happens. Yeah, two teams are playing, and one has, one team has a pretty clear advantage and is very likely to win. You're going to get less money for betting on them because it's not much of a gamble. I don't understand why you can win more than you bet. Because you're brave. I mean, basically, yeah. Like, if something has 1-to-1 odds of chance of happening, 100% chance of happening, then you're not. Then that's not a gamble. If it's 2-to-1, then then you are taking a bit of a risk. So if the risk pays off, then it pays out. Apparently, some dude waved a Palestinian flag at Kendrick Lamar's halftime show, which nice. The value of variety pick. Well, I mean, because like the way things like sports betting and other shit like that works is everybody's putting their money in. You're getting a group of. I mean, it's like poker. You get a bunch of people putting their money into the pot. And then whoever wins, they take the pot. Hey, Christina. Like with football betting, let's say you've got 100 people betting on a football game. Yeah, each of them puts in $20. Each of them puts in $10. Each of them puts in $10. 100 people all putting in $10. So $1,000 total pot. 80 of those people bet on one team. Hey, Rara. 20 of them bet on the other team. If the first team wins, then the $1,000 is split between the 8 people. If the other team wins, then that $1,000 is split between the 20 people. So they get more out of it. Because there are fewer of them betting on that outcome. The Chiefs finally scored. Is this the beginning of their turnaround? Is this the beginning of the comeback? I don't really care. Just imagine I take my $20 to a race and I win or don't. I either get $20 back or $40. I don't know math. Well, no, let's say you take your $20 to the race. The horse you bet on has particularly good odds of winning. So if it wins, you get your 20 back and maybe a little bit extra. Just a little bit extra. But if you bet on a horse that has low chances of winning, then yeah, you maybe get $40 back. You maybe get $100 back. You maybe get more back, depending on how unlikely it was to win and how many people were betting. We know how betting works. Vanna doesn't. I always get a bet on the worst horse, which means that you'll very rarely get your $20 back. If you're betting on the worst horse, then you're probably not going to get your $20 back. Always bet on black. Until it comes up red. I mean, with black, you've got a 50-50 chance of it coming up black or red. Wesley Snipes' best line in Passenger 57. Since you don't watch movies. Yeah. Indeed. Indeed, I don't. Anyway, my favorite football fact. The Canadian Football League, the CFL, used to have 2 teams called the Rough Riders. We had like 8 teams in the whole goddamn league. And 2 of them somehow went by Rough Riders. It's one of my mottos in life. Always bet on black. In bed, Killface. Always bet on black in bed. How? I don't know, Uncle Mike. I don't know how that happens. I don't know how it happened. I want to know any more of your mottos, just ask. One of the teams has since changed their name, but yeah. Yeah, there were the Saskatchewan Rough Riders and the Ottawa Rough Riders. Spelled differently. One had there was the Ottawa Rough Riders, 2 words, and the Saskatchewan Rough Riders, 1 word. Corporate thing. We can't have the same name. Both of them actually existed before the CFL was formed. So both teams did actually predate the CFL. But yeah, the Ottawa Rough Riders did cease to exist. Yeah, the Ottawa Rough Riders ceased operations in 1996. In 2001, there's a new team, the Ottawa Renegades. They went away in 2006. And now it's the Ottawa Red Blacks. Actually, there you go, Killface. The Ottawa Red Blacks covers both. Bet on black and bet on red. They got both of them covered. What do you eat for dinner? Nothing yet. Yeah, Canada having two Rough Riders teams was very, very much a punchline for a long time here up here in Canada. It was just sort of like it was a punchline about how little the CFL matters up here for a long time. People made fun of it. All right. I'm gonna get more water. Be back in a minute. I'm back. Hope you didn't miss me too much, Killface. So I started reading The Dragon's Promise last night. One thing that's interesting about it, as a sequel, it doesn't really have to spend too much time on setup because it just sort of counts on the fact that people have presumably read the previous book. So it's able to very much just jump right in. So within a matter of pages, the character is already being threatened and almost dying. Uh-huh. So apparently she's got another book coming out set in the same world of this book, though featuring a new character, new protagonist. Neat. If I can keep up with reading once I have another job, I do need to get through my digital books. So I want to read the physical books I've got, and then I need to start working on the digital books I've got. But if I can make it through enough of them, then we'll need to keep buying more books. I like books. Life friendship. Not in the past few days. Um, Tuesday, I think, was the last time I applied. Past few days, I just haven't really felt like it. But yeah, I do need to definitely tonight. I do need to do some more searching. Hey, look, Rick. I did update my resume. Yeah, it didn't take. I mean, it wasn't didn't take very long to update it. Just needed to add this last job to it. Still customer service. So I did still customer service. So I basically just copy pasted from one of my other customer service jobs and modified a couple of bits to reflect the new one. So no veg for you. I don't know if that would actually help. Very well might do more harm than good. I think a veg from Uncle Buck would help. I don't know. Hard to say. Hey, Nissan. Bye, Nissan. What about Val? I mean, I suppose her name is Vouching. Mahomes has been taking a nap all game. Greg is out. Is he? I haven't noticed him say anything particularly bad. That I can recall. You're always valid. Here, I thought you were Vanna. 6 sacks and 1 interception is brutal. Look at. Almost 500. Hey, Andrew. Canadians enjoy football? Some, yeah. Yeah, there are plenty of Canadians who like football. You know, like hockey is our national sport. And Basketball is relatively popular. Baseball, relatively popular. Yes, I did have my birthday dinner yesterday. We went to Casa Paulo. Super Bowl. Some do. It's not as big a deal to Canada as it is to the US, but yeah, I mean, there are plenty of Canadians who watch the Super Bowl. Sounds pricey. It was. For the three of us, it came out to $200 total, or a little over $200. It was $217, I think. I caught a glimpse of the bill. With it being my birthday, my mom and my brother split the bill. I did catch a glimpse of it though, and yeah, $217 for three people. Do I enjoy any sports in particular? Nah. Nah, as a kid, I did talk. I did enjoy a little bit of. I did sort of enjoy some sports, mostly hockey, a little bit of baseball, but been a long time since I cared about any sports. What are you talking about the price? Because it was a really expensive restaurant. Like that's a lot of money for three people. I mean, damn. So not a place I expect to eat at very often. The birthday. It was my birthday. And I did have a slice of carrot cake as a dessert. They actually had carrot cake. I forgot to mention it last night, but yeah, they had carrot cake, so I had a slice of carrot cake for dessert. You can pay next time. Yeah, they did not sing "Happy Birthday." No, 40 to 6. Jesus Christ. At a certain point, I feel like maybe games should be ended early out of mercy. You know, there should be a mercy rule in professional sports where if a team is behind by a certain amount, it's just like, you know what? Um, to spare you further embarrassment, looking 40. Thanks, Andrew. Love that Stella commercial. Show the murder. Do I feel 40? Nah, I feel 48. Oh, huh. Apparently, Trump's ordered an end to pennies. I can't make fun of him for it. It's like that is a legitimately reasonable thing to do. Pennies cost more to make than they're actually worth. Huge football fan, but I really haven't watched since my husband passed 3.5 years ago. Oh, fair enough. This is exciting. Like Canada stopped making pennies years ago because yeah, they cost more to produce than the actual value. So like it's just it was legitimately a waste of money to keep making pennies. So stopped watching after my dad passed 10 years ago and only watched Super Bowl. Oh. Hey, J Dot. Are you watching the Super Bowl, J Dot? Killface and Uncle Buck are having a great time watching the Super Bowl. Especially Uncle Buck, who is loving watching the Chiefs get murdered. I got that right? The Chiefs are the ones being murdered, right? Somebody tweeted, never realized how much the Chiefs depended on funding from US aid. Apparently, Trump picked the Chiefs to win, or apparently like, Trump, you know, yeah, picked the Chiefs to win, and he actually left at halftime. And yeah, oh, congratulations, Killface. I went to the doc and had strep throat. Ooh, strep throat sucks. I had strep throat a few years back. It was a bitch. It's one of those things where like you don't really think about how often during the day they just swallow until it is fucking agony. Yeah, you're just sitting there, you're just not even thinking about it. And, you know, so but then you get strep throat, and doing that is painful. Um, did she get that shit to gargle for to help with the pain? When I got strep throat, it was when I was working at Walmart. Because it was part time, I didn't get health insurance through my employer, and so it meant the gargle shit I had to pay out of pocket. Woo! So I had to pay like $100 just to not just to have something to help ease the pain. Fucking stupid. Did I work today? I quit my job almost 2 months ago now, so no, I did not work today. This is the closest I have to a job. Kansas may score again. What? I just got. I basically just got fed up with the place. There were just like certain things about it that were just increasing my stress too much. So yeah, I quit. Yeah. I did hate having strep throat. Hey, Margaret. Is there anything else worth talking about? Trying to think of something to talk about. I got nothing. What's up? Yeah, nothing. Nothing at all. They keep going for the extra point, so it's 40-14. Oh, they're catching up. Who knows? Maybe they could still turn it around. 2 minutes 54 left in the game. Trump said he's bringing the death penalty back, specifically for for drug related offenses. Yeah, because he likes killing people. He is. He's an anti-human piece of shit who likes killing people. So yeah, he's bringing it back and expanding it. In fact, immigrants. Yeah, I think specifically immigrants for I think it is specifically immigrants who are busted for drug related crimes, smuggling and shit like that. Sending illegal immigrants to Guantanamo Bay. Yep. Yeah. Concentration camp. Yeah, he's sending them to a concentration camp in Guantanamo. Yeah. Because again, he hates people. He wants to see people suffer. You think he values life more for someone else to? Oh no, no, absolutely not. No, he values his own life. He values his life to a lesser extent, the lives of his children, and then everyone else can go fucking die as far as he's concerned. He loves cruelty. He is. He's the kind of person who legitimately enjoys cruelty and the suffering of others, especially when he's the one responsible for that suffering. Philly poured the Gatorade bucket on their coach already. Play so buddy buddy with Elon. Yeah, of course, the moment Elon no longer suits Trump's goals, like the moment Elon is no longer useful to Trump, they'll throw Musk under the bus. Trump is devoid of any sense of loyalty. Still time. Let's not celebrate too early. Yeah. Cheese could still turn it around. They've got 2 minutes to invent time travel. It's pouring the Gatorade, good or bad? It's good. Hey, Larry. Hey, Chris. I have no opinion on sports ball. Trump advocating for South African white rights. Well, yeah, because it's whites. Trump's a racist, so being told, "Hey, white people are being penalized for being white," Trump's like, "Oh shit, I can actually talk about that." Yeah, an excuse to talk shit about black people. I'll take it. Yeah, Vanna, pouring the Gatorade on the coach, that's a tradition that a winning team engages in. As a Chiefs fan, I think the Eagles deserve this win. Waste of electrolytes. Yeah, that should go to the plant. Yeah, Larry. The Chiefs were endorsed by Trump, so yeah. Eagles definitely deserve it just because it's something that would piss Trump off. They were also endorsed by Taylor Swift. Yeah, a billionaire. So, double whammy. I just hope Taylor Swift bet a lot of money on the game. She probably didn't. She probably didn't bet anything on the game. But one can hope that she lost a couple. One can hope she lost like 100 grand or something on the game. Get the quick trip. It's a Missouri gas station. I assumed, Margaret. I assumed that was the case. Vince McMahon is at the Super Bowl. Somebody should whip the ball. Somebody should whip the ball straight at his fucking head. A fireworks night would be great. There you go, Margaret. Think of the dogs, Margaret. Yeah. Yeah, put Vince McMahon on the field and somebody tackle his ass. I'm thinking of my sleep with that too. The sick kitty, so no happy, no fireworks. Aw, poor kitty. I hope Kitty feels better soon. Touchdown by which team, Concho? Chiefs? Oh, so they are catching up then. They sent a lot of good vibes. Been a bad couple days. Yeah. $40-22. So at this point, I assume the Eagles have just stopped trying. Like I assume like that with like the game basically over, like with the so little time left. I'm assuming that the Eagles are basically just you know they're just relaxing at this point. She's gonna win. How much time left on the clock? Fly, Eagles fly. Be hilarious if they didn't with Trump there. That's what people are saying at this point. Taking these at a minute 47. Yeah, I mean that's basically what people are saying, Margaret, is like Trump came out in support of the Chiefs, and the Chiefs then got their asses absolutely handed to them. Anything Trump touches turns to shit. Trump got so bored and annoyed. Trump got so annoyed at how bad the Chiefs were doing that he decided to get rid of pennies. He probably fell asleep. He does seem like the type of person who probably has trouble staying awake. He should have been abolished 25 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, I forget when Canada did it. $2012. So yeah, Canada, we stopped producing pennies in 2012. So the US is a little over a decade behind us on that. But yeah, honestly, it's one of those exceptionally rare Trump policies that I can't even make fun of him for. Like, it's genuinely just a completely reasonable thing to do. Which makes me wonder why he's doing it. We're all disengaged from law policies. That is the psychology of it. Take a shower, maybe medicate my cat, get a few winks in. I was sleeping the last 4 days and covered head to toe in cat diarrhea. Good times, good times. Yeah. Hey, bye bye. Kendrick Lamar performed Super Bowl. Yep. 2 rectal prolapses in 2 days. Yeesh. Needs a surgery. Yeah. Wish you will do Super Bowl one day. Pass. I don't care about sports. Bye bye. I don't care about sports, so. You and J Dot at the Super Bowl. That healthcare is just as shitty as people healthcare in the US. Few bucks, yep. Yep, I'll go in the morning. I'll leave here around around 10 past 8. I'll head over. I'll head out. Watch a couple episodes. Yeah. I usually watch a couple episodes of Star Trek around like 7 a.m. Where you get it? I don't actually know, Concha. Jordan sent me something. She didn't say what it was, so. Though I do have a guess about what it was. I do have a guess. You should be enjoying the jacket. Yeah, I'll need to get it sent soon. course I'll thank her. I do have a guess about what it might be, but we'll see. Find out tomorrow. When I wake up tomorrow to come live. Thank you to practice. $2025 is the worst. Yep. Has not been a great year. Or Drake taking shots. Kendrick actually said his name on stage. You got me, Uncle Buck? Sex toy. Eyeliner came out intense. Good. Intense is good, Vanna. Yeah, Habibi. I was talking earlier about the Super Bowl and the fact that that Samuel L. Jackson came out to introduce Kendrick, which yet another just Drake taking yet another L with that, like Samuel L. Jackson coming out to be like, oh yeah, I love this song about how much Drake sucks. I don't think Redbubble sells them, but I didn't check. It's just hilarious that Drake started the feud off by calling out Kendrick, and ever since then, he has just been getting murdered over and over and over. Yeah, there have been people who've died as a result of rap feuds, but they only died once. Drake just Drake just keeps getting murdered. It's fine, Larry. He's thirsty. We don't mind you. It's okay to rant. Do I get out and about much? Not really, Cersei. Rich enough he doesn't. I think he might. He's rich enough that he shouldn't mind, but I think it does bother him. Because I think he's also he wants to be liked. Like, I get the impression that Drake's one of those people who wants to be liked. So to have so many people rally around a song about how much he sucks, he might feel like the beef is over with. Yeah, he might feel that way, but he might feel the beef is over with, but everyone else is pretty glad to keep reminding him how much he sucks. Yeah, just won 5 Grammys. Yep. He can't clap back. He can't. Yeah. Oh, to pronounce Cersei? I love Greek mythology. I'm a fan of Greek mythology, Cersei. So, so yeah. I'm not sure where I would have like. I'm not sure where I would have learned the correct pronunciation. Probably like probably some book on Greek mythology or something like that. I would expect probably where it happened. Like I probably would have been reading some book about Greek mythology that just had pronunciations in it. I mean, I've seen shows and their video games. There's a Marvel character who spells it Sersi, who spells it with S's and an I. Like there's phonetic. There's a character who basically spells a name phonetically. Um, and is strongly implied to have been the inspiration for the mythological character in the context of the comics. So no, the movie called Thunderbolt. Do you mean Thunderbolts, Uncle Buck? The Marvel one? I don't know. It is weird. Like in the comics, the Thunderbolts, the original Thunderbolts were a group of villains who were posing as heroes as part of a scam, as part of a scheme. With a bunch of them then deciding, oh hey, being a hero is actually pretty great, and like legitimately becoming heroes. Um, at other times, it's been like a group of villains. They did do a sort of a Suicide Squad type version, where there's a bunch of villains sort of forced to go on dangerous missions. Um, but like it was always like a variety of powers, and it's just kind of weird that like most of this Thunderbolts team is super soldiers. Like it's Like Ghost is the only one who has actual powers. The rest are just like everyone else is just we fight good. So I don't know. It doesn't really feel like a Thunderbolts lineup. So I don't know. He's great goat. Also, they're going up against Sentry, who is like godly power. Like most of this Thunderbolts lineup, their superpower is kick things, and they're going up against Superman, but more powerful and crazy. I have not watched the trailer yet. I'll give the trailer a watch soon. Once I'm off here, I'll give the trailer a watch. Even if I were still watching Marvel movies, I think Thunderbolts is one that wouldn't really catch my interest very much. They have no chance of beating him. Well, I mean, obviously they'll beat him because they're the protagonists. They're not going to let the world, Marvel Studios is not going to let the world be destroyed. Hey, Michaela. Thanks. It's just a weird idea. Like I said, I'll watch the trailer. I suspect that I probably wouldn't have had much interest in the movie to begin with, even if I were still watching Marvel films. I am 40, Michaela. Because I don't know. It's like yeah. Has to be able to be 40. Meh. That's so funny. Can I be honest, Uncle Buck? That's part of my issue with Marvel Studios. Like that did become an issue. Like that, like even before I stopped watching Marvel's films, that was becoming an issue. They all had to be funny. I don't know. It's like fun, yes. They're superhero films. They should be fun, certainly. But they started pushing humor too much, it felt like. Like to a point where a lot of times, a lot of the Marvel, like some of the Marvel movies, they were getting to the point where they throw in jokes at completely inappropriate moments that suck tension out of scenes. As much as Eternals was hated, one thing I liked about it is that it didn't feel a particular need to do overwhelming amounts of comedy. It had comedy, particularly with Kingo and his camera guy. Yeah, they had some jokes, but like they knew when to just step back from jokes. That movie knew enough to be like, okay, we're not doing comedy for the next half hour. Like we're not doing any jokes for the next like 30 minutes. So I don't know. I just feel like Marvel Studios took the wrong lessons from the success of the Iron Man and Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I think that's what it comes down to for me. The Iron Man movies, yeah, there are a lot of jokes because that version of Tony Stark, you know, it's equipped a lot. But even then, the Iron Man movies knew when to back away from humor as well. The Guardians of the Galaxy movies were very comedic and very popular, and I think feels like Marvel Studios just sort of took the wrong lesson from it. Anyway, it has been 2 hours, so I'm going to end the stream here for tonight. I'm going to get going. Getting hungry, so I'll need to make my supper soon. So, thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.